I saw you stretch yourself past your limit, rearranging your days, rehearsing answers, swallowing questions so you wouldn't be called too much. I saw you lower your brightness so he could stand taller, give away spaces that belonged to you so he could feel at home. I saw you, my beloved, and I came to remind you of what your heart knows but forgets when it is tired. Real love never asks you to disappear just to fit. You've been carrying the bond on your shoulders, giving, anticipating, fixing, holding it all together even when he barely notices. This lack of recognition hurts in a way that doesn't bleed on the outside but aches on the inside. It's the ache of belonging and feeling alone at the same time, of speaking softly so you don't lose the little you receive, of calling crumbs a feast so you don't have to admit you're hungry. I am with you. Nothing in you is exaggerated. You are not being dramatic. You are simply tired of keeping a flame alive that he doesn't breathe on with you. And tiredness has wisdom. It brings you here to hear what frees. Keep one promise in your heart. At the end, I'll give you a short anchor phrase, strong and simple for the moments when need rises like a wave. Words that place you back at the center of your own life. Listen closely. You were not born to prove your worth. Worth is not proven, it's recognized. When someone must be convinced of the obvious, it isn't your light that is missing. It is the other person, a sight that is closed. And if he doesn't see, giving more of yourself won't fix his vision. Turning your own light on fully helps you see yourself again. And seen by yourself, you choose differently, with more peace. Honor what you have given, not to collect a debt, but to honor the woman you were in each gesture. You were present, you listened, you offered your hands. That says everything about your essence, and your essence cannot be traded for crumbs. Your kindness is a garden. It is not a parking lot for passing cars, not a warehouse for someone else's absences. It is a garden, and gardens ask for mutual care. Notice how often you traded reciprocity for hope. The kind of hope that whispers, maybe tomorrow, after this phase, or when he's less busy. Hope is beautiful, but when it asks you to wait alone day after day, it stops being a bridge and becomes a maze. With each turn in that maze, you lose a little piece of yourself until you're tempted to believe that giving without return is the same as love. It isn't. Love is a two-way street, a dance of two steps seeking each other, not a race run by one person alone. Bring to mind a recent moment when your effort felt invisible. See the details. You preparing something with care, reshaping plans, sending a message that received no reply. Feel the truth of it without blaming yourself. I am here. I hold this pain with you, and with it, I teach you something quiet and powerful. From today on, you never need to beg for attention. You can invite attention with your whole presence. Invitation has a door, begging has no exit. When your presence is whole, you set boundaries. Boundaries are not cold walls, they are flowered borders, soft edges protecting what is precious. Saying no is not rejecting the other. It is saying yes to your peace, and your peace is sacred. Notice how a small border lowers your anxiety. You stop checking your phone as if the world's clock lived inside it. You stop apologizing for existing. You rest. I know the fear. If I stop giving so much, will I lose him? As if loving less were the same as abandoning. Hear me, you won't love less, you'll love better. You'll love without losing yourself. You'll love with healthy borders. You'll stop confusing effort with affection. Anyone who needs you to go dark just to stay is not staying with you. They were staying with your shadow. You are not a shadow. You are walking light. You're thinking about all your attempts, Conversations you started, advice you tried, promises you believed, and nothing changed. There is a simple truth that will free your chest right now. It isn't your job to fix someone else, as will. Your path is to strengthen your dignity. Dignity doesn't shout. Dignity stands up. And when it stands, changes happen. Sometimes the other awakens. Sometimes your road widens and takes you away from what kept you small. Either way, you come home to yourself. While I speak, I touch the part of you that already knows how to heal, the part that remembers who you were before this relationship bent your measures. You were a laugh that didn't ask for permission, a plan that included you, a rest that fit inside your Sunday. She is still here, watching from the window within, waiting for you to unlock the door. I hand you the key, courage. Courage is not loud confrontation. It is the quiet voice that says, I choose myself, steady and sure. Let today be the first day of your return. Returning inward, returning to the good sense of your own heart. You'll notice small signs. You will taste your meals with more attention. You will sleep without the ritual of apologizing for existing. You will answer messages without rushing to maintain what isn't yours to maintain. And gently, you'll feel something sweet, your energy returning, and with it, clarity. Clarity does not bargain for crumbs. Clarity prefers a table set for two, or a table set for you and your peace. Both feed you better than the shallow plate of indifference. I know there is longing. Longing is an artisan stitching memory with golden thread. That's why the cloth looks better than it was. Thank the artisan, then examine the seams. See where it pulls, where it scratches. Decide whether that clothing still fits. Wearing what hurts is not an obligation. You can bless the story and choose new threads. I walk with you while you learn to sew the new. When need returns, and it will like the tide, remember my promise about the anchor phrase. We're almost there. First, take these 3 simple truths for your pocket. No bullet lists, just soft reminders for lonely hours. 1. The desire for reciprocity is emotional hygiene. 2. A boundary is not punishment. It is the fence that guards your spring. 3. When you stop shrinking, what truly deserves you finds you more easily. Now picture your tomorrow. See yourself waking and choosing your own agenda. Notice how, in this tomorrow, your mood does not depend on delayed replies. Your kindness remains, but it is no longer currency. It is your nature expressed. You won't stop caring. You'll stop forgetting yourself. And when you remember yourself, you ask new questions. Instead of, what must I do for him to notice me? You ask, what genuinely nourishes me today? The day answers with small joys, a coffee savored slowly, a conversation that enriches you, a step toward an old dream you postponed. I watch you gaining color as you speak to yourself with more tenderness. I watch you bury the ruler of comparison. I watch you look in the mirror and recognize where you were, and smile because you returned. You didn't waste time. You learned. You learned what not to repeat, the cost of giving past your limit, the sound of your own absence. Above all, you learned that presence without recognition dries flowers. So from now on, you water where there is a garden, and you say a gentle goodbye where there is only desert. Now, keep the anchor phrase like a small precious ring. Whenever the wave of need rises, whisper it softly. I choose myself with love and peace. This is not a weapon, it is shelter. When you say it, you remember the covenant you made with yourself. You do not have to disappear to be loved. You can exist in full. And living in full You attract what honors your wholeness. Before I withdraw, I place my hand above your head and leave you one truth worth many pieces of advice. You deserve reciprocity without asking permission, kindness without explanations, care without conditions. Your generosity is beautiful. It simply cannot cost you your own presence. Care for the one who stood by you in every season, you. When you care for yourself, the world learns to treat you the way you treat yourself. And then, everything that is true love finds you in peace. I remain close in good silence. When your heart tightens, return to this meeting. Your light no longer needs to shrink. You are home, and at home, you breathe your own peace without asking for approval. May your night be soft, your day be clear, and your path be honored by choices that honor you. I see you, I recognize you, I choose you, and I walk beside you while you learn to choose yourself always.